Hi, this is Donnie Fuchs of the Judean Hammer. Just had a few words I wanted to say before Shabbat. Recent polls, such as their worth, have been estimating that Zehut from several weeks back, when it was believed that they might not make the threshold at all, now we're getting a little more consistent estimates from anywhere from 4 to 7 seats, and that they'll be a major player in the elections. Few interesting points on Moshe Feiglin and the Zehut party in general. It's Shabbat in a few hours, so I'm not going to belabor the point. I'm actually going to be writing an article about this. The Zehutniks, the supporters of Moshe Feiglin and Zehut, have to realize that regardless of what they make, like Feiglin won. Feiglin did not win. Feiglin lost before the elections. If Feiglin gets 7 seats, Feiglin lost. Why did Feiglin lose? Because Feiglin's recent upsurge, supposed, we'll see if it's real or imagined, in popularity is only a result of pandering and populism. Basically, he's taken the tone last half year, reaching out under this everything falls under the rubric of libertarianism and free choice, trying to make some of these radical things he's been involved in, from the obsession, not merely the pursuit of possibly legalizing or liberalizing the cannabis laws, but the obsession with cannabis. The obsession, stating that this is a red line issue. Now, some people say, oh, Moshe Feiglin has sacrificed plenty for the land. He's not going to give up land. It's not the point. The point is to actually state that that's your red line issue. Cannabis legalization is ridiculous. Or this notion, the threats, the putting it out, the politicking, that we're not close to the idea of a Gantz coalition either. We're keeping to even speak that way. Now, from a political standpoint, he's playing the game very well. He's become a very savvy politician. But from an ideological perspective, from trying to maintain that you're anything Jewish, properly Jewish identified, as the earlier incarnation of Feiglin, the Manhiget Yehudit project, fiasco, because it failed, and they didn't admit that it failed, so it didn't show integrity. But at least that, the Manhiget Yehudit, right? Jewish leadership, Zehut, identity. All I see is a lot less Jewish identity in the Zehut's incarnation. I see the attempt to pander to a demographic because they had to broaden their base. And so they said, you know what? We're literally going to go that libertarian route, and they brought in this Gadi Wolszewski, mamzer, anti-self-hating Jew, anti-Brit Mila activist, at number 18, and they make the under the framework of, no, Zehut is the party for everyone. We're kind of like Chabad. Now, forget about getting into what Chabad is today, and let's take the best intention of what Chabad may have once been, reaching out to Jew. You're not a Kira party. Stop playing this nonsense. You're not a Kira personality, Moshe Feiglin, so stop playing games. You can have people who think differently. My whole entire adult life, I've had people at my Shabbat table who think radically different than me. They're Jews. They're welcome to my house for Shabbat. We won't talk about those issues. We'll talk about things that make it a pleasant Shabbat meal. So don't play this nonsense of we're a kiruv or open. You can have Gadi Wolszewski at your house for Shabbat. Don't put him on your platform at number 18 or at number 800. Stop catering to this notion, we'll get separation of synagogue and state. That's also not a Torah notion, all right? You're going to have complete separation of Torah and state, and as opposed to Torah, you'll have no Judaism at all, and you'll have a country that's even more screwed up in 20 years with intermarriage and all sorts of issues. So all these pandering of removing the anti-pork laws or the chametz laws. What kind of from Jew talks like this? At the end of the day, Feiglin's made a lot of mistakes. Zehut is a lesser party, a worse party than Manhiget Yehudit. He's pandered. He's taken this Steve Jobs look. Then he meets with these cannabis freaks. Who advocate all sorts of nonsense like cannabis is a cure for cancer. No, it's not a cure for cancer. It could be used successfully with some people to alleviate discomforts, and I'm all for that, including for people who might need it with proper application. There's nothing wrong to look into that, but you wouldn't want a society of potheads. That won't be good for Israel. As if we're not screwed up enough, we don't need more problems. In any event, Feiglin's party is a lesser party today. It's pandering, it's populism. He's already lost. He's already lost because what he's shown is that for votes, they'll align with anyone and anything. Shabbat Shalom.